Living with a Cane Corso is like having a bodyguard, a toddler, and a best friend all rolled into one giant drooling package. If you've ever been stared down by your dog because dinner was 5 minutes late, or had a 100-pound shadow follow you from room to room, you're in the right place. In this video, we're diving into the unique and sometimes chaotic joys of life with a Corso. So stick around, because if you've got one at home, you're definitely going to relate. Welcome back to Doggy Pedia, where we bring you all things dog-related. Today we're going to talk about the 12 things only Cane Corso dog owners understand. Let's begin. 1. Cane Corsos feel everything you feel. If you live with a Cane Corso, you've probably noticed they pick up on your moods like a sponge. These dogs aren't just loyal, they're emotionally in tune with you in a way that's almost spooky. If you're happy, they're wagging along with you. If you're upset, they'll sit close and quietly keep you company like they know exactly what's going on. Sometimes they even act like they caused your mood. Like if you're frustrated, they'll give you those guilty puppy eyes even if they didn't do anything. It's not just about following you around, it's about feeling what you feel. 2. Cane Corsos always want a job to do. If you've got a Cane Corso, you already know these dogs don't like to just sit around all day doing nothing. They need a job. And if you don't give them one, they'll find their own version of helping. Whether that means herding the kids around the house or following you from room to room like a serious little bodyguard. Cane Corsos are super smart and full of energy, and they truly thrive when they're both mentally and physically challenged. They love having a purpose, whether it's learning new commands, doing scent work, agility training, or even just carrying a backpack on a walk. Give them something to focus on and they light up. It keeps them happy, well-behaved, and out of trouble, because a bored Corso is a creative Corso, and not always in the best way. 3. Training is non-negotiable. If you've got a Cane Corso, one thing becomes clear real fast. Training isn't just a nice idea, it's absolutely necessary. These dogs are big, strong, and smart, and without the right structure, they'll try to run the show. That's why consistent training from an early age is a must. Many owners find it helpful to work with a trainer who understands the breed, especially if it's your first time with a dog like this. But even with help, you have to be the one doing the work with your dog. Cane Corsos respond best to calm, confident leadership and clear rules. With the right approach, they'll be loyal, obedient, and an absolute joy to live with. But skip the training, and you might have your hands full in ways you didn't expect. 4. Cane Corsos love to talk. Cane Corsos aren't exactly the quiet type. And if you've ever lived with one, you already know they've got quite the vocal range. They don't just bark. Nope, they snort, grunt, sigh dramatically, and make this hilarious roo-roo noise that sounds like a mix between singing and trying to talk to you. It's honestly one of the most endearing things about them. Your Corso will absolutely let you know when they want something. Whether it's food, attention, or just to let you know a squirrel dared to exist outside the window. Sometimes they're just vocal because they feel like talking. And while it can catch new owners off guard at first, most Cane Corso people grow to love this quirky habit. 5. Cane Corsos stick to you like glue. Cane Corsos aren't just pets, they're your shadow. This breed is all about sticking close to their people. Whether you're walking from the kitchen to the living room or just trying to use the bathroom in peace, your Cane Corso will be right there with you. Bred to work alongside their families, Cane Corsos feel happiest when they're by your side, literally. They'll lean on you, follow you around the house, and settle right at your feet just to stay close. It's not about being clingy, it's just that Cane Corsos really love your company and feel like it's their job to keep an eye on you. It's sweet, comforting, and honestly, one of the best things about having a Cane Corso in your life. 6. Cane Corso leaning habit. If you've ever been around a Cane Corso, then you know about the lean. It's not just a quick nudge or a gentle side bump. It's a full-on, heavy-duty, press all their weight against you kind of affection. Whether you're brushing your teeth, cooking dinner, or just standing around doing absolutely nothing, your Cane Corso will casually press into your leg like a furry cinder block. It's their sweet, silent way of showing trust, comfort, and claiming their favorite human. You'll quickly learn to brace yourself, especially since they have no clue how big they are. Sure, your leg might go numb now and then, but it's honestly one of the most heart-melting things they do. 7. You're basically living with a drool machine. Let's be real. If you have a Cane Corso, you've already accepted that drool is just part of your daily life. These dogs don't just sip water. They turn drinking into a full-blown splash zone. One quick shake of the head and suddenly there's slobber on your shirt, your couch, the walls, maybe even the ceiling if you're unlucky. It's honestly impressive how far it can go. You'll learn to keep towels nearby at all times, and you'll stop being surprised when you find a dried string of drool on your jeans hours later. And don't even get me started on trying to explain it to your guests, because as messy as it is, that drooly face is still one of the sweetest things you'll ever see. 8. The endless fur battle. Cane Corso fur is no joke. Even though their coat is short, those tiny stiff hairs have a special talent for sticking to absolutely everything. You'll find them clinging to your clothes, buried in your carpet, stuck to your couch, and yep, even sneaking into your food from time to time. It doesn't seem to matter how much you vacuum or how many lint rollers you go through, those little hairs are here to stay. Wearing black? Good luck. But in the end, you just accept it as part of life with a Corso. 9. Cane Corsos take their guard duties seriously. One thing you'll quickly learn with a Cane Corso is that they don't mess around when it comes to keeping you safe. These dogs are natural protectors, and once they've bonded with you, they see it as their full-time job to guard you, your home, and everything in it. Whether it's a guest at the door, the mail carrier, or even a random leaf drifting across the yard, your Corso is on high alert, ready to analyze every moment. They're not aggressive without reason, but they definitely have a better safe than sorry approach when it comes to strangers. And honestly, it's kind of comforting knowing you've got your very own four-legged security system who always has your back, even if they do sometimes overreact to a plastic bag blowing by. 10. Cane Corso's got a stubborn side. If you've spent any time around a Cane Corso, you've probably run into their stubborn streak. These dogs are super smart, but that also means they like to think for themselves. Sometimes you'll call them and they'll act like they don't even hear you, especially if they're busy sniffing something interesting or chasing a squirrel with laser focus. It's not that they don't understand, they totally do. They just decide whether or not it's worth listening at that moment. That's why training a Corso takes patience and consistency. You've got to stay calm, be firm but kind, and maybe even throw in a little humor when they give you that look like, nah, I'm good. Once they respect you and trust you, they're all in. But getting there takes a bit of work and a whole lot of love. 11. Your Cane Corso will take over your bed, no questions asked. Sharing your bed with a Cane Corso is a whole experience. These big cuddle bugs have zero concept of personal space, especially when it comes to bedtime. You might think your bed is yours, but your Corso sees it as their giant comfy nap zone. They'll sprawl out like royalty, leaving you clinging to the edge with just a corner of the blanket, if you're lucky. And don't be surprised if they let out a dramatic sigh every time you try to reclaim a bit of space. But let's be honest, you kind of love it. There's something really sweet about their giant body curled up next to you like a big snoring security blanket. 12. Cane Corsos are escape artists in disguise. If you've got a Cane Corso, you probably already know that keeping them contained can feel like trying to outsmart a genius with 4 legs. These dogs are way more clever and agile than they look, and when they set their mind to it, they can pull off a disappearing act that would make Houdini proud. Whether it's squeezing through a tiny gap in the fence, unlocking latches with their nose, or simply jumping over obstacles that should be too high, a determined Corso can find a way. So if you think your backyard is escape-proof, your Cane Corso might take that as a personal challenge. And there you have it, 12 things only Cane Corso dog owners truly understand. These big softies may come with a few quirks, but their love, loyalty, and hilarious habits make every moment worth it. If you're lucky enough to share your life with one, you know exactly what I mean. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content made for dog lovers like you. And tell me in the comments, what's one Cane Corso behavior that always makes you laugh or keeps you on your toes? Share this video with your fellow Corso-loving friends, and I'll see you in the next one.